Have you ever seen the ground taking deep breaths and pulsating? Well, this is happening in Quebec, Canada. We're going to see some geodesy GPS images showing how strange the ground is reacting and changing, inflating and moving in Canada, especially around Hudson's Bay. You know, Canada doesn't have that many people. When I was living there, we were only 10 million. Now I think it's about 30, basically in the near the borders of the U.S., you know, because most of the places are too cold to live in. But this is very bizarre, and I'll leave links below for you for the video. 2 videos, actually. It's really pulsating, breathing. Now, we all believe we walk in the woods, have beautiful... Kindly support my Patreon account since... Now, we all have beautiful walks in the woods, but to see this happen in front of you, in the area that you're walking on, I don't even know how these people were able to stay there. I would have run off. But wouldn't you be fearful that somehow... there was no sound, by the way. You'll see in the second video that the person that's taking the video, there was no sound whatsoever. Okay, you can hear the wind, a little bit of breeze, but there was absolutely no sound. And it was just heaving, going up and down. There were no cracks. It was like Play-Doh type of thing. Now, what could be causing this? We believe that when we walk in the woods, taking our walks in small groves, we get the fresh air, oxygen, but we've never seen anything like the ground vibrating, not vibrating, I would say, breathing, heaving, and pulsating. Kindly support my Patreon account since YouTube has again demonetized my YouTube channel. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. Something strange, according to the data people are seeing in this area of Canada. We're in a forest in Quebec, and you can see it inflating with the trees on it, grass, rocks, okay, fallen trees on it, just like a forest canopy. And when it deflates, everything is as before. And after a while, the same thing happens. It inflates and it deflates. The soil in the forest, as we read on Strange Sounds, seems to be taking deep breaths. So what is causing this? Is it the wind that blows the trees? Do you have any deep roots to see them to lift the ground? No, it's not the wind. But why not uproot the trees? Does it blow as much as it needs to? Does it happen in other forests of our planet? But we just did not happen to notice. Now, we can watch the videos to understand what you'll try and understand. Please watch them and then comment. I have no idea how this happens. One video is from Quebec, but the other one is from Nova Scotia. Does the soil seem to breathe in the forests of Canada only? So they breathe in Quebec, we call it breathing, and they also breathe in Nova Scotia. The one on Nova Scotia was taken October 31st, 2015. Let's go to the geodesy and go out to Canada. And I'll leave links below for you for this. Let's go to, what's happening? Okay. Let's go to Quebec. Let's go somewhere around there, outside of the city. No, that's not a good one. Doesn't have too much information. Let's go to this one here. That doesn't have that much information either. Let's go to somewhere close to Montreal. Oh, whoa. Okay. All right. Well, when it goes up, that means it's going east. When it goes up, that means it's going north. So it's going basically northeast. But look at it. In 2018, 19, 20, 21, you can see that it was going east, and then it went west, and then it went down, and then west, east, and then west, and then east, and then west. And look at this. And it's going basically north and south, and then north and south, and then north and south, north, south, north. and it's inflating. Well, deflating, inflating, this whole thing is inflating, deflating. Okay, that happens to be an MGNY. Okay, let's go to Newfoundland. No, it was Nova Scotia. Where's Nova Scotia? Here, Nova Scotia. Let's go here. We know that's low-lying, and okay, low-lying is very close to the Atlantic. Let's go to another one on Nova Scotia. That's a lot more stable than the one that we saw in Quebec. Let's go to this one here, this little island here. We don't have enough information there. Let's go to here, Newfoundland. Okay, that's pretty steady over there. It's going northwest, and you can see that the inflation deflation is all over the place, but pretty steady. And let's go to this one here around. No, let's go to here towards the St. Lawrence River. It's not enough information, but let's go again towards Hudson Bay, where we had a lot of crazy movements. Let's go here. Okay, this is going west and southwest, and you can see that's really inflating. Seasonal, but really inflating. So Canada has a lot more movement that we know in the. We think the United States, especially the West Coast, has movement, but this is not seismic for the most part. But it's I used to live in Montreal because I'm also Canadian, and my parents were architects, and the ground there is very soft, very, very soft in Montreal. And you know how many, it depends on how many floors you have above ground. If you have, for example, a building with 5 floors above ground, you have to have as many floors underground. So you have 5 basements if you have 5 floors. That's how soft it is. Otherwise, the building would just topple. That's why in a lot of neighborhoods in Canada, they have underground subway stations which have underground malls. And the malls are beautiful. You don't know you're underground because they're so high that they have plants and they have cascading waterfalls, and you think you're somewhere in a beautiful mall, whereas you're 5 or 7 floors underground. And most neighborhoods have subway stations going into them. That's how soft the ground is. So that's what's going on. Very strange, bizarre things in Quebec with breathing ground. Okay, please leave your comments, and thank you for your support.